Esther of the Esther's Chronicles TV. I'm a YouTuber based in Zurich, Switzerland, if you see my face for the first time. Yes, so today I stopped by to record a special request video from one of my amazing supporters on this platform. She's no other person than Miriam Adekpaju. Yay! Mega shout out to you, sis. If you don't have Miriam Adekpaju, kindly check her out. Especially if you're young, you're vibrant, your head dey hot, you want to study but you don't have money for that big scholarship, your business is dwindling, you need a support for your business. Check out her space. She talks about scholarship, she talks about grants, she does vlogs, she does so many things that will interest you, not might, that will interest you. So there's this video I dropped about our beloved sister that passed on to glory in the person of Osinachi Nwachukwu. Yes, I did some video about her, and I want to put this out there. Some of us, personally, I'm not just jumping on trends, but I've always been passionate about domestic violence. I've always been loud about it, and like never before, I'm going to be louder. Yes, I'm going to be louder about it. We don't need to, we should stop all those times that we are trying to be diplomatic when it comes to issues of violence in the home. So Miriam Adekpaju has asked me to record a video that she wants me to do a video, and specifically she wants to hear my perspective of what to do in an abusive relationship. What to do in an abusive relationship, and she wants me to cite scenarios. I want to believe this will help not only her. I'm sure she's also asking that question for people. I'm sure this will be a help to so many people going through abuse, among other things in marriage. So basically, what is abuse? As grammatically sounding as it is, abuse is just somebody doing to you what they can't really do to themselves. As basic as that. It is people inflicting pains that they cannot inflict on themselves upon you. It's people doing things that they cannot do to themselves. Have you seen somebody flogging themselves? If you see anybody flogging themselves, then there's something wrong upstairs. If you see anybody, so many things, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to tell you what to do if you're in an abusive relationship. And for me now, I'm not even now general. I'm not saying abuse in terms of marriage alone. It could be with a friend. Yes, you can be in a friendship and your friend is abusing you. If you have a friend that is always talking down on you, the person is abusing you mentally, because this issue, we need to take it serious more than just the home. We need to take it more than just the home. So what you need to do in an abusive relationship, see, it might be blunt, it's just to take yourself out of the place. Especially if you have spoken about it, if you have tried to look for remedies, if you have tried to solve the problem, if you have seek counsel, the next wise thing to do is to take yourself out of it. First of all, how do you know that you're being abused? If somebody is hitting you physically, touching your body in an unreasonable way, especially when you are having an argument or you are having a conversation and the person wants to shut you down and they can't shut you down, and the person goes for that to hit you, to force you to keep quiet, that is abuse. And there's two ways to resolve abuse. Another way to resolve abuse when it comes to hitting and beating, I'm going to be practical. Yes, I know that I'm a Christian. If a man slaps you, if you have strength to slap the man back and let's settle it later. Let's call family meeting to slap. But if you cannot slap the man back, if a man slap you, just walk away from that scenario. Don't say a word, because silence also can be powerful. But it's not all of us. Some people cannot. For me, a man cannot slap me. Once the argument is getting stronger than what I can bear, I will just begin to run. I will run. I will not even stand there for you to threaten me. Work. No. Because I'm a baby girl. Not even now. You will not come and slap. Do I look like somebody that should be beaten? No, and nobody should be beaten. Nobody should touch you. There are some men, they can't touch their daughters, but they touch grown-up women. No, that's one way. Abuse through hitting you, slapping you. As a matter of fact, as a result of this Osinachi's issue, people that saw my video, they've been sending me videos, and it's unbelievable, it's unimaginable that somebody can do that. I saw a video where a man was hitting the wife seriously with a belt. The woman was pregnant, and there was a baby crying on the floor. I guess the cry of that baby was irritating him, and he flung the baby. And then you will say you love the guy. Even if you love the guy doesn't love you. So what you need to do is to take yourself out of the relationship. And don't tell me that you don't have what to do. Don't tell me that you want to stay because of your children. I've done a video sometimes ago where there was an interview with children that were from broken home, and they were asking the children, what would you have preferred? Like, okay, their parents were having issues, and the mothers, they stayed through that relationship and they were not happy, and the children kept saying they wish their mother had left. As a matter of that, the children want you to leave an abusive relationship. So stop using your children as an excuse to be in an abusive relationship, especially when it has to do with somebody hitting you. That is one. I've also often heard that the mental torture is even worse, and it's true. Imagine you dressing up and feeling irate about yourself, and somebody will just tell you, oh, look at you, you think you are beautiful, you're so ugly. You know what that does to your mental state? You know, when you make mistake and somebody talk you down, somebody make you look like you are nobody. For what? Your umbilical cord was not tied to that guy. You can leave. And if you, I also saw a video where a man was stuck naked without clothes, and the wife was flogging him, and the man couldn't cry. I said, why are you doing this to yourself? Why do you have to be there? Why do you have to be there? Marriage is all about companionship. It's all about bringing out the best in you. It's all about making you more beautiful. It's all about adding glory to each other, helping each other. We are helpmates. I'm not your slave. I'm somebody's daughter. So what you don't want them to do to your daughter, don't do it to me. You are somebody's son. What you don't want somebody to do to your son, don't do it to somebody's son. Do you understand? So for me, basically, what you should do in an abusive relationship is to take yourself, respect yourself enough to know that Jesus died for you. If you don't know your word, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your face. And if you have lost your self-esteem because of you are in that marriage, look for people that can help you to strengthen. The truth is, if you don't leave that space, you won't find value in yourself. But if you take yourself out, you will find value in yourself. Don't think about what will happen to the other partner, especially if you are the one being abused. The other partner will be fine. They will just be fine, because it's enough of people going to untimely grave just because of abuse. I mean, you should be with somebody that wants to amplify you. And if they are not amplifying you, leave. For the Lord of me, I don't know why people abuse each other. If you feel that the person is a threat, okay. And one main reason why I think that abuse is paramount in marriages, especially in Africa, is because there are no consequences. Yes, there are no consequences, even though Lagos government is trying to see what they can do about it. But if a man hits you in Africa, they feel that no, nothing goes. Or if a woman hits you, but in diaspora, there are consequences. And that's why these men out here don't do that. Even the Oyibo, they have tendency to slap, they have tendency to beat, but because they know that there are consequences, you can be persecuted, you can be fined, you can lose your job, so they don't do it. They don't do it. And I think going forward, my Africa should look into that, because our sister Osinachi that passed on, she just kept bearing that man, thinking that it would change. And the latest for me now is, if your husband is calculating your money as a woman, you are being abused. It's a financial abuse. Yes. Even if you are richer than your husband, even if you have more money than your husband, supporting and helping the family should come from you. It should be your idea. It should not be the idea of the man to say, by fire, by force, I have paid the house rent, you have to pay the water bill. No, because you don't force him to do what he needs to do. It's good to support your husband, but when the man starts calculating your money to the letter, you are being abused, and you need to look for a way to just get out of there. No, let me tell you, you are beautiful. If the man leaves you, you are still going to get somebody else. That same man that is abusing you will lick somebody else's toe. And it doesn't mean that the man is a bad person. It just means it's not working. So we should stop saying divorce is not allowed. Divorce is allowed in some condition. Divorce is allowed. If a man is cheating on you, you are porous. If a woman is cheating on you as a man, you are porous, because they can go out there and bring in what they are not supposed to bring in, and it could lead to somebody to something, something, something. So I think, and I'm going to go through a list sharp, sharp to let you know if you are being abused. And if you fall into this category, especially if you have 3 or 4 out of what I'm going to read, you need to start having serious conversation with the person you're with. And if the person is not trying to change, because marriage should be all about communication, should be all about sacrifice, should be like bending for me. Do you know some people, some women have been slapped and they are deaf for life? Some women have been hit and they are suffering one ailment on the other, either physically or mentally or psychologically. Some women cannot even go into another relationship just because of what they have suffered in a man's hand. So, um, check this out. He makes jest of me constantly when in public. Yes. If a man is always interested in making jest of you, all women are talking, he's not saying anything. Once you open your mouth to talk, say, hey, keep quiet, what do you know? My wife, get inside, you don't know anything. That's an abuse, and you should have a serious conversation. Tell him you don't like it. See, he might want to ask you which day that one start. It don't start today. Because when you wake up, 9 be your morning. It don't start today. If he has been doing that, have a conversation. Honey, darling, I don't like the way you make jest of me outside. I don't like it. Please stop it. If it doesn't stop, be marking it, be checking, and start looking for, let's tell ourselves the truth. Number 2, is very silent when I excel. Yes, like I said, some men are very envious of their wife. When they see that their wife is making it, they'll become envious. When you tell him, I'm going to the it's an abuse, and you need to have a conversation. Tell him that it should be secured enough, and any man that is not even secure should not even go into marriage. Because even if you marry a girl at a low stage, if it's a girl that is hustling, God has made us like that. Women will always exist, especially if you are not lazy. Somehow a woman is going to become more successful, and if the man cannot handle it, there's going to be a problem. I personally, I'll use myself as an example. Growing up, I knew that I want to be with a man that is very secure. So if as a young person you are coming to me and you are already very jealous, I discard you. No conversation. I once dated a guy that if I tell the guy that I'm in a marketplace, he will tell me I want to talk to the market woman. If I say I'm in a taxi, I want to talk to the driver. I'm in a bus, I want to. I say, no way. It's a no. I had to tell my brothers that if I come to you and tell you I want to marry this guy, take me for deliverance, because the red flags are always there. We just always think that these people will change, and they don't change. And number 3, it spits on you. I mean, yes, I've heard it. Some women say when their husband when he's angry, he spits on them. When he's angry in the office, will he spit on the boss if the boss is a woman? That's a big abuse. Spitting on a lady, it's a no. That's like spitting on a no. That's a big abuse. And you should look for an exit. I'm not saying this that you should break your marriage. Have conversations. Talk to people that can talk to him. They tell you don't involve third party in your marriage. My darling, if you have to involve fourth party, fifth party, sixth party, so long that you are safe in your home, you have peace of mind in your home. Because if you have peace of mind and you drink water, you will look fresh. But if you don't have peace of mind and you are eating the best chicken, you always look rough, haggard, you will not be happy. You will not be. So if a man is spitting on you, it's a no. Please, if you see this sign among sisters that you are with, advise them. Let them take themselves out of there. If it calls for separation, separate first until the man head come down. And if it's the other way around, a man too, you can take your shirt and walk away until the woman head come down. Another one, it doesn't help me when I need support or help. Have a conversation. Especially if you are in diaspora, you can't do the work alone. Divide the work. You do this, I will do this. Or what do you want to do? Have conversations. Talk about it. Because if you do everything, you're just going to look old. You are going to look tired. And when you get to the other room, you cannot perform. And they will still blaming you for slacking in your conjugal duties. And before you know it, there's going to be a side chick that will lead to a side chick. Before you know it, slap and everything. So if you are not getting help, talk about it. It is never wrong. There's always talk about it. If you want apology, tell him I like you to apologize to me. And if he's always not apologizing, it's a red flag. Watch it. He blames me for everything. He blames you for everything. He snatches your phone. And recently, he wanted to break it because he was angry. Yes, some men, when they are angry, they can break their wife's phone. That is abuse number 10. He speaks to me for over 3 hours in the night. I didn't respond. I became so tired and had to use earpiece, you know. So this was a woman that wrote to Pastor Funke Adejumo and was stating what she was going through in her marriage and want to know if she was being abused. And you know what the response of Pastor Funke Adejumo was? He said, first class abuse. So all these signs are abuse. So to answer that question again, what should you do in an abusive relationship? My dear, have a conversation. Have conversations. Talk to people that can talk to him. And if it's not working, take your bag and leave. Look for your exit. Look for a way. Plan yourself and leave. And God will give you a bone of your bone. And like I said, it doesn't make the person a bad person, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just that it was not working. As I sign out, somebody's son go find you one day. Amen. If you believe you're a single mom, I'm telling you, somebody's son will find you one day. Please, let's say no to abuse. Zero tolerance to abuse. Divorce is allowed in some conditions. Yes, it is allowed. Don't let any pastors. I'm going to come up with a video sometimes, I don't know when, about pastors that have been divorced in Africa. They will stand on the people and tell you that divorce is not allowed. Stay in your marriage. It's a woman that abused the home. No, don't be the foolish woman that wants to build a home and end up in the grave. No, 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 no. God has given us brain and we are the apple of his eye. So nobody should treat you. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, take yourself out. And if it's your friend, please talk your friend out. Enough of the RIP and no, 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 no. I love you all. My name is Esther of the Esther's Chronicles TV. If you have watched to this extent, please like the video, drop me a comment. I love to read your comment. God bless you all. Bye-bye.